Hello! So parents, this one is for you. I really wanted to take some time and just put some thoughts down on paper and share them with you really. We are we on week 4 or week 5 of lockdown now, and it's tough as a parent. So I wanted to bring some encouragement, some positivity into your lives today and share some thoughts with you. And the first thing I want to say, and where we're going to start, is you are the perfect person for your children. There is nobody else could do what you are doing right now. God has gifted you with your children, and He has given them to you and only you, because He knows how you work and how they work, and that you are the perfect match together. So I really want to encourage you that no one else could do the job that you are doing right now. So well done. You're doing a great job, and you might not feel like that right now, but you really are. And I just really want you to remember, no one else can do this job. Okay, you are the perfect mother, father for your children. Okay, I heard this phrase and I want to share it with you, and it says obedience protects. Okay, so in this time of lockdown, we're being tasked with stewarding our children well and continuing to teach them. If you're watching this and you don't know me, my name's Gemma, and I've got a 8-year-old, a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. So in terms of schooling, I've got a year 3 child, a foundation child and a full-time mummy's boy. So I'm fully entered into this world of homeschooling and trying to see what that means for us and how that looks for us as a family, and just day to day how we can make something happen and the children learn something and continue with their schooling. But for me, I was really pleased and wanted to take it as a blessing, this whole lockdown and being told to stay at home and our children not being at school, because now I'm in a privileged position where I can teach my children what I would like to teach them, and I can share different things with them, and I can teach them in ways that I know they'll really enjoy, and they'll really get something new, because we're doing things through their hobbies or just through crafts. My middle one loves to make things and do crafts and stick, and so now I can use crafts as a way to teach her and connect with her and spend some time with her. And also it's been a real privilege and a joy to actually see what they're capable of. I don't know about you as parents, but unless I suppose you are a teacher, when you're not in the classroom with them, you don't always see what they're capable of. So it's been a real joy to see what they are good at and what they're capable of and what they come out with without asking for help. So that's been really, really encouraging as a mother. But as a mum, and this obedience protects, I want to encourage you as a parent to really invest and continue to grow in your relationship with God. I believe that as parents, as we take time out and invest in our relationship with God, and God, you know, we're giving stuff out to God, He gives stuff back to us, and therefore we've got stuff to give out. And primarily, we have stuff to give out to our family, because they are our first ministry. As a mother, they are it. They're everything, and they're the ones we minister to first. And that's the call that God has given as a mum on my life at the minute, is to minister and be for my children. And you know, this is just a season, and it is just a season that we are told to be locked down. And as a parent in this season, if you are at home full time with your children, invest in that season and invest in what God has given you to minister to your children. Okay, and it's a joy. It's not a strain. It's not a panic or a worry or an effort. It is okay, God, I'm investing in you, so you can build me up and put stuff in me, and therefore I've got stuff to offer and to give out to my children. Okay, so please, whatever you do, from whatever you're hearing from what I'm saying here, don't take it as something to get worried about. Take it as a joy of, wow, you know, I've got some time to invest where I might not normally have the time because of work and school runs and day-to-day life. It's a chance for us to slow down and really invest in our little ones. So from that, if you're used to your children going off to school and you're actually having some time for yourself, and now your home has been invaded by children constantly. I've now got 3 at home full time and a husband that's furloughed, so I don't get much time to myself anymore, and that can be difficult. But what I would love to encourage you with today is not to survive every day, but to find ways that work for you and your family. So if that means praying with your children, pray with your children. If that means reading the Bible with your children because you don't get any other time, read it with them. God will still turn up, God will still speak, and God will still draw close to you. And whatever he says to the kids, he can say to you too, and vice versa. Like whatever he's saying to you, he can deliver to the children as well, and they will understand. They're incredible. When children put their minds to stuff and concentrate, it's amazing what they get out of things. So yeah, don't panic about them not being able to understand, but just cultivate that atmosphere within your home. Even if they're playing in the background and you're just like, okay, God, I've got some time, they're occupied. If they're anything like my children, they just like me to be in the room. If I'm in the room, they're happy just to potter around. So, maybe pray, maybe read the Bible while you're in the room and they're playing in the other, like on the other side. That's fine. God can still break in and speak to you and reveal revelation through his word. As long as you're putting something in, God will always give something back. As long as you draw near to him, he will always draw near to you. So yeah, don't worry about children making noise or being there, involve them. And I believe as we cultivate that atmosphere in our home, our children will receive as well. I know a lot of us are used to going to church. We're used to spending our days with other Christian friends, and we encourage one another. We're used to going to extra prayer meetings, extra groups, house churches, life teams within the week. And although a lot of that is possible online, if bedtimes are interfering or it's just not working or you don't have the technology, that's okay. Like, you can still do stuff in your house and you can still connect with the Lord, and he will still turn up. But I would encourage you, even if it's just through text messages or phone calls, keep connected with friends, because they're a great resource for encouragement and just building each other up and loving upon one another. And we need friends at this time. We need people that can say, hey, you've done a great job today. And especially people that you maybe look to and go, wow, they encourage me, they give me hope. So yeah, have people of hope in your text message groups, in your WhatsApp groups, people that will bring positive. If you're having a down day, they will bring some life and positivity into you. Choose people that will speak truth, will lift you up. Choose people that will help you if a child is having a bit of a tornado moment, and you just need 2 minutes. You can text someone that will just say, hey, it's all right. All children are like this. All children have tornado moments, and all parents do get through it. And it's okay. We don't have to be perfect in this time. We just have to be good enough. And good enough is that our children are safe, our children are loved, and that's it. That really is all that matters, is that our children are safe and that they feel loved right now. So don't panic, and just have people of hope on the end of your phone that you can message and you can talk to. Another practical tip I really wanted to give was, currently in our church we're live streaming Sunday messages via YouTube, and the last few Sundays when we've been watching, our worship is about 30 minutes, and then there's a preach for about 30 minutes as well. My children are used to maybe 10 minutes of worship, 15 at the most, and then they're released into their Sunday school activities. And so it's quite a bit longer for them to cope with. And what I found on Sunday mornings is not to kick them out, not to say mummy and daddy are doing church now, but to actually say, right, come on, let's sing, let's worship together. But if they begin to get a bit fidgety and a bit switched off because the worship's progressing and kind of fast songs are not happening, is getting more into the Holy of Holies of worship and just praising Jesus, then I go, okay, let's do some colouring. Okay, let's do so, and I've got some worksheets for them. I've got them a book where they can write things, perhaps that they've heard from the Lord, or just draw a picture. But it's there, it's in the room, so they're still involved, so they're still hearing the worship and what's being sung. They're still hearing the message, but I'm just sitting with them and I'm colouring, and that's okay. It's a safe thing to do. I think trying to separate things is much harder. So I would encourage you, if you can, just perhaps be prepared before your live stream happens, and perhaps have some activities ready for your children for when they do get a bit fidgety, and maybe throughout the word encourage them to write things down, like who's preaching, where are they preaching from, have they heard a verse that the leader has said, can they write that down so that you can look it up later. Are there some key points that they can pick out of what's being spoken about? Try and encourage them, especially older ones, to actually make some notes about it, maybe that they can read back later. But yeah, just have things ready for them so they feel part of it and they feel together with you as a family. But kids are resilient, they will be okay throughout this. I think ours we've had great emotional days and we've had fun days. The emotional days are they're missing their friends, they're missing their teachers, they're missing their school, but they're so resilient and children bounce back so quickly. So anyway, I think that is all the thoughts that I just really wanted to share with you today. But please remember, you are the best person for this job. God has put you in this place of loving your children and giving you children, and you are the best mum, dad that can be for your children. Okay, God has given you insight into how they work. If you find that a challenge, ask him how to connect with your child. Ask him how to speak to them, how to demonstrate love to them, and he will give you the answers. So take care, stay safe, and have a great time with your family. Enjoy it and see it as a great blessing.